my wife shops too much on Amazon. And she bought me this fucking thing. Because fuck, I said fuck. Oh well.
Can't put too
My
many
wife bought me
thoughts.
this on Amazon, and because I'm not much of a holiday guy, and she thinks this is going to relieve my stress in the holidays. And after Jordan's picks last week, Jordan went 3-3. He's donating juice to the house, and so I figured, he could use some soothing, calm music like this. You feel better, Jordan?
I feel a little better.
Excellent. Who you like this week?
All right, let me start with my favorite pick, and that's Pitt at Jets. Jets are done. They've given up. They've given up on Gase. I'd be surprised if they bring Gase back next year. Pittsburgh, I, for one, was really surprised. I thought they were going to tank this year when they traded for Mika Fitzpatrick. It just blew my mind. Everybody gave that like a 70+% chance of being a top 5 draft pick after they lost Roethlisberger. They didn't. Pittsburgh never tanks. They have something to play for in December. They've got great coaching. That defense is awesome. They are going to need more out of Duck Hodges, but I like the Duck to outperform Darnold in this game. I really think that line is way too low. Give me Pittsburgh all day long.
What you think, George?
Yeah, I got to agree with this pick. It looks really well. It looks really good. The line hasn't really moved, though. It's at 3, hasn't moved. I'm getting two-way action. It's going to be an interesting game, but if I have to play it, I play Pitt as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is called YourTeamSucks.club, and the Jets suck. They do. And they weren't even trying to suck, which is even really worse. So, at least with the Dolphins, they suck on purpose. And so I agree.
They were supposed to be okay. They were supposed to be okay. I mean,
whatever, but they weren't trying to suck.
They weren't. They weren't tanking this year.
Anyway, all right, what you got next?
I really like I like the Bills at New England. I think this is a changing of the guard. I like both these defenses, as we were talking about in George's video. The defenses are kind of a wash, and when it comes to the offenses, I just like the Bills all the way down. I like their offensive line better. I like their wide receivers better. I like their running backs better. You have to give the quarterback to Tom Brady, of course, over Allen. But Allen has done well, and Allen has done really well not turning the ball over. So
is he right, George?
Yeah, I can't disagree with this one. We both like the same picks. It's kind of unfortunate. Probably a good week for the house. Since we're agreeing on so much stuff.
Y'all do like you did last week. A great week for the house.
Yeah.
So, I this is a tough one. I wouldn't even touch it, right? But I think this could be a changing of the guard. What's next?
Give me Baltimore -10 at Cleveland. If you think about it, Baltimore's just been rolling people. They have 2 losses this season. The only time they've really been embarrassed was the first game they played against Cleveland. They were embarrassed in that game. They looked really bad. I like Baltimore to bounce back, right the ship here. I like them to rout a Cleveland team that's falling apart, that isn't really responding to Freddie Kitchens very well. It is a lot of points for a division rivalry, but give me Baltimore -10.
George?
I would stay away from the game. 10 points is a lot of points. I know Cleveland's not playing well, but every once in a while they show up, and they can outplay anybody once they do show up. But the line went from 7 to 10. Everybody's on the Ravens. I'm hoping Cleveland shows up so we can cash some tickets this week.
Yeah, I've seen the show before. It's the Jarvis Landry show where the coach he doesn't like, and it all blows up. And now he's got his best friend over there to help him blow it up. They get blown out this week. The Ravens are, an amazing football team at this point. They play with heart. The skill level is off the chart. And, there's no heart in Cleveland. Those guys are playing with zero heart. And so I think they blow them out. What's next, Jordan?
Did everybody see the Pro Bowl voting this year? The Ravens are sending 12 people to the Pro Bowl.
12 people.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wild.
What's the next, Jordan?
Green Bay plus 5.5 at Minnesota. I just think it's too many points. These are both very good teams still in the playoff hunt. I mean, of course, Green Bay isn't what we expected it to be. It's not the same offense as last year or a couple years ago. Their wide receivers have been letting Aaron Rodgers down. I like Minnesota's defense better. but it's just too many points. I like this one to be settled by a field goal.
George?
I think it will be a tough game. Aaron Rodgers came out and cried that no one's giving this team respect this year. I mean, just win the damn games and stop crying. He was doing good until that. He pissed me off. But the line went from 4.5 to 6. I'll take a +7 and buy up to 7 and feel good with a touchdown there too.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-point game either way. So,
Great.
yeah, I think that's a division championship game. It'll be very close. Good game. What's the next?
KC at Chicago. Line, I believe, is +6. Give me Kansas City here in the route. I mean, I think Soldier Field is a tough place to play, but I think we saw KC put up points in the snow last week. I think they can do it again. And I think KC is just hitting their stride. Tyreek Hill's getting healthy, and they're preparing for playoffs, and Chicago's out of it. I like KC here.
George?
It's a game I'm staying away from. Yeah, it opened up 4, it's 6. It'd probably be 7 by game time. If I can get it a little higher than a touchdown, I might take the Bears at home just to soldier up and fight this last game. They've been looking all right. Starting to get Trubisky to run the ball a little more. Kansas City, it just seems like a weird spot.
I like KC here. I would probably definitely check the line before the game starts and probably bet at the last minute. But I like KC here. I think KC, there's not a lot of people talking about them as going to the Super Bowl and winning it, and they definitely are capable of it. So if they get red hot, which they've been, you never know. You never know. Jordan, what's up next?
Well, that's 5, but I'll give you pick 6 this time again. Give me New Orleans -3 at Tennessee. I think New Orleans is just the team to beat in the NFC, kind of the way the Ravens are the team to beat in the AFC. I think there's a really good chance we get a Ravens-Saints Super Bowl. Saints are playing such good ball right now. Drew Brees is kind of hitting his stride. Michael Thomas should set the reception and yards records in this game, which is a big deal. I'm completely surprised that he doesn't get more MVP talk and consideration. Considering the records that he's going to beat, considering they've got nobody else at wide receiver. They slide coverage over to him every single play, and he's still making the plays. Nobody runs the route tree that he does with AB out of the game. Kamara's looked good. And that defense is really coming together. I like Tennessee. I really want to see them in the playoffs, but give me New Orleans to stomp them on the road here.
George?
Yeah, I agree. It was one of the plays I played early. I got Saints -1. I'm feeling good. It's at 3. It's going to keep going up. Not too high, but I think it'll get up past 3 points. They're just rolling. They're my pick. Like I picked them to win the Super Bowl. Saints to play Houston. I think it's done. It's already ready. Let's put the Super Bowl on. It's time.
This is my Super Bowl preview. I actually predicted Titans in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. I guess the Titans have to make the playoffs first, right? So see about that. All right, that's going to do it for today. We will see y'all next time.